I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing I was doing that to people.
The fallout is growing from a Channel 2 Action News and AJC investigation into a tax preparer with a history of fraud. We've heard from dozens of you who are worried about paying back years of tax refunds to the state of Georgia. Well, now we've learned that tax preparer targeted some of the people we count on most. Channel 2's investigative reporter Jody Fleischer is here with just how big of a problem this has become. Jody?
Jovita, state investigators say we could be talking up to $6 million in fraudulent refunds. Those taxpayers will get letters in the mail in June. They'll have to prove the deductions they claimed or pay the money back. And about a third of the victims we've heard from are firefighters, paramedics, or police who are now facing their own emergency.
It's a profession where trust in your coworkers means the difference between life and death. They share everything, so why not a recommendation for a tax preparer?
Word of mouth spreads fast in the fire, police, and EMS business. I heard that, she was really good.
Hapeville City Councilwoman Ruth Barr's tiny business became the tax office of choice for dozens of public safety workers. Retired firefighter Jason Montgomery says Barr was known for being able to find the refund.
I mean, it wasn't anything shady. It wasn't like everybody was just like, saying, hey, go to her, she'll get you back all this money. And
like many of his colleagues, Jason thought Barr specialized in public safety deductions. But now, looking closely at his own returns,
that's just outrageous.
He spots business expenses he didn't really have.
I have no idea what that's for. I mean, I don't own a business.
Many who sent us their returns found Barr deducted thousands of dollars for meals while on the job with no documentation.
They've all said pretty much the same thing, that she kind of put herself out as an expert.
Georgia's Department of Revenue is now combing through every tax return to come out of B&B accounting in the past 3 years. Investigators hauled away an entire truck full of evidence in what's become one of their largest tax preparer fraud cases ever. Nearly 8,000 taxpayers could have to pay back millions of dollars in refunds.
Once we started asking them about specific information on their return, we kind of realized that most of the stuff is made up.
It makes me sick, honestly.
Ashley Shoemaker was used to getting a refund doing her taxes herself, so 2 years ago when TurboTax said she owed thousands, she wanted a second opinion.
My coworker said she's great, go see her. Sure enough, she got us $4,200 back.
Now the new mom worries they'll have to pay it all back and then some.
It's going to be a big strain on our family.
And the family paid Barr more than $400 to get them into this mess with those same telltale business expenses.
Looking back on it, maybe I should have researched that more, but I trusted her.
Jason lost that trust back in 2012 when Barr stole his tax refund. He didn't have a bank account at the time, so she deposited the nearly 10 grand into her own business account.
It's unimaginable. And she's an elected official now.
Even after this court judgment, Barr wouldn't pay it back.
She took money away from my family, away from my 3 children. I don't know how she gets away with it, how she lives with herself.
He's hoping Ruth Barr won't get away this time, especially with so many public safety workers in her line of fire. Many hold 2 jobs just to make ends meet and don't have thousands of dollars lying around to pay back.
And the person that sat behind that desk and did your taxes was a sweet woman who you trusted, but the person that she turned out to be was just pure evil.
Investigators want anyone who used that office in the past 3 years to email them. You can find a direct address set up for this case on our website at WSBTV.com, along with a statement from Barr's lawyer which denies any wrongdoing. She claims she has more public safety deductions because she does specialize in those, and she says she knows more about it than most accountants. Now, of course, state investigators disagree with that.
So, Jody, this is also, just to be clear, we're talking about state of Georgia taxes. What about the IRS? Where does the IRS stand in all this?
So the 2 agencies do share information back and forth with each other. And so as the state moves forward with its case, the feds could take an interest in it. And remember, state refunds are usually just a fraction of the federal, so that could mean many more millions of dollars involved in this case.
Wow, amazing, all of these people coming forward to talk with you now. Thank you.
Thanks.
You can see just how far-reaching this case is and learn why this went on for so long without getting uncovered. That's coming up in Sunday's Atlanta Journal-Constitution.